Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time and searching frantic till I find my light of just in time to pass it out so he can fire up that super sticky so we can start the process of getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we can help me eye to eye. Right now, my reach, me being open skies, higher than the pants on earth, but that's my favorite line. And OG Cushion, Hindu, all my favorite kind. I gotta smoke daily, that's my form of therapy. Stress to kill a motherfucker, I can't let it murder me. They say we'll make you laugh, the same thing will make you cry. We make it hard to see, and I can't see me saying bye. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Thursday, NBA Talk with Jay, man. Ready to get some cash. Got a couple of plays, man. So ready to drop them things off, man. Trying to get this cash. I'm starting to notice something, man. Like December's, for whatever reason, I think pretty much every year, man. It's like October, like don't really do that well. Then November, pick things up. Then December is not really that good. Then January, February, for whatever reason, start going crazy. See what I'm saying? So we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna do it, man. Actions speak louder than words. See what I'm saying? So it's been an underwhelming season for me, but all that shit changed yesterday. I don't give a damn. Let's get straight to it, man. It's all business here. Not here to waste your time. Let's get to these plays, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Post your plays in the chat. Let me know what you guys are betting. Well, I always say one thing that I like to do when I used to go and watch YouTube shows, I would have my list written down. Then when I go in there and watch people and they're liking the same thing, boom, we in there. You see what I'm saying? So let's get straight to it, man. It's all the bullshit aside, man. Let's try to get on the streak here, man. I'm trying to cash 20 straight fucking plays, man. Let's get straight to it. Here today, post your plays in the chat, man. Let's get this cash today together. You see what I'm saying? First game up. Over to the streets of Minnesota in this one, man. We got the Wolves getting 4.5 points at the house versus the Boston Celtics in this one, man. I really think that the Wolves were starting to play some really good basketball before they ran into the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if you watch that game, we see how the Thunder playing. Wolves led that game by double digits. Turnovers just really killed them in the second half, man. This Timberwolves team is still a top-tier team in the West. They're still a top-tier team in the NBA, and I think they're going to fucking show it here. I'm howling with the Wolves here. Give me the Wolves plus a 4.5, man. It was 3.5 last night. Took this for the podcast show for Action Network. It's going up. I mean, it was like a 3.5, 4.5 out there. I don't give a damn. Brown, Porzingis, questionable. This is a national televised game. I believe this is NBA TV game. So they're probably going to play. I don't care, man. Y'all know I don't really bet based off of injuries. I'm expecting both teams, full teams, to play here. And just to take it a little bit further, these two teams played last year. You remember how the Celtics were last year. They were out for blood. They wanted to smoke every fucking body. Guess what the Wolves did? They beat them outright as 3-point underdogs on November 6th. The start of the season last year. The game ended up going to overtime, which the Wolves should have won it in regulation. I remember I was all over the Wolves. I actually had a nice amount of money on the Wolves in that game, man. They won 114-109. That was one of the main games where people was like, all right, maybe Ant and the guys are ready. Maybe they're this is a TNT game. Though that was one of the games was like people started taking the Wolves serious after that. Guess what they did after that? They took them to OT again, 127-120. They were 10.5 point underdogs that time around, covered in Boston again. For whatever reason, they've shown that they can play, that their defense, in the way that they guard the 3-point line, and with them having the paint presses with Gobert as well, some size with Naz Reid coming off the bench. These guys have 3-point shooters. They've shown that they can stay with the Celtics. Celtics are a top tier team, but I also think that the Wolves are ascending to be a top tier team as well. And then this year, November 24th, Wolves 8 point. Remember, they didn't start out the season well. They went to Boston and should have won that game. They only lost by 2, 107-105 as 8-point dogs. These are just the facts, man. They've played the Celtics really tough every single game, man. So lost by 2, March 15, 2023. Then they beat them by 5, then lost by 7, lost by 2 again. 4-0 against the spread last 4 versus the Celtics. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they won this game outright. One more thing as well. The Celtics, they started off this season covering back-to-back games.
They covered versus the Knicks. I mean, I was on the Knicks, got smoked in that game. They covered the next game versus the Wizards, won by 20. After that, they have not covered. They have not covered back-to-back spreads this year, guys. These are just the facts. See what I'm saying? I'm not making this up. I'm pulling this out my ass. And they're coming off a game where they smoked the Raptors by 54 points as well. Obviously, there was a cover there for whatever reason. They have not covered back-to-back spreads. So let's look at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0-10 against the spread in their last 10 games after covering the spread. These are just the facts. We're howling with those. I was raised by Wolves. Give me Wolves here plus the 4.5. Let's go over here to the streets of Miami in this one, man. Heat laying a 1.5 at the house versus the Pacers, and I don't fucking agree with it. This is not the Pelicans that you're facing here. When I do my banners, I erase the whole word, even the P. We don't want any letters saved from the fucking Pelicans. These two teams are night and day. The Pacers, they can actually ball. They've won 3 of the last 4 meetings versus the Heat. They faced them twice already this year. The first game at the house, they got smacked 124-111. You know what they did? That kind of woken them up. That kind of woke them up. They're like, you know what? We can't be getting smacked like that. Not at the house, not versus this Heat team. Now, the Heat aren't a bad team, but the Pacers knew that they were better than that. Guess what they did? They had like a little meeting. They said, we got to come back out. It was a quick revenge spot, same arena, all that. They came back out, trifected them Heat, man. I think that they can really match up well with this team, especially when they played their best game. The Heat are a good team, but let's just look. I mean, this Jimmy shit is a little bit of a distraction, man. It's a little bit of a distraction, and I don't like what he's saying. I just kind of feel like sometimes you got to tell people what they want to hear, and I think Jimmy should just say, you know what? No, I'm here for now. I'm going to make the most of it. He didn't have to be sending those cryptic messages saying, well, I don't know. And I didn't like what he's saying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like what he's saying. It doesn't line up with what Pat Riley's saying that we're not going to trade him. I would get his ass up out of there, man. Please make Bradley Beal for Jimmy Butler happen. I don't give a damn if you got to send somebody else with him, man. But let's look at his last game. I mean, I know he's coming off a few days off, but, bro, he played 25 minutes. He only scored 9 points, and he wasn't really even trying to assert himself out there. He does not want to play with these fucking guys anymore, man. I think I'd sit him out and don't risk it. I'd trade him. Get him up out of there, man. It's bad for the locker room right now. That's just my opinion, man. So I like Bam Adebayo. I mean, Jimmy Butler's not a bad player. He's a good two-way player, plays both sides. Tyler Hero's been freaking balling. I do think they'll get Terry Rozier back this time around, like Jaime Jaquez Jr. Alec Burks is giving them some stuff. I still think that the Pacers have a higher ceiling this year than the Heat. And I think we're getting a 1.5 here because they haven't started the season off well. I think the Pacers win this game. I'm taking plus 1.5. I'm taking money line as well. I believe we pushing P with the Pacers tonight. I like the Pacers. Get up and down the floor, like their name. Give me Pacers here, plus the 1.5. Those are my 2 plays for today. Let's go over to the streets of OKC in this one. Thunder laying 11 now. James Harden popped up on the injury report as questionable. I want nothing to do with this game. I'm not fading OKC. They do have a huge game tomorrow versus the Knicks. I believe that game is on NBA TV as well. So, yeah, huge game tomorrow versus the Knicks on deck tomorrow. So you never know what you're going to get in this one. But I don't really have a good feel for this game, especially with James Harden. Probably likely not to play. Like with a growing injury, he's probably going to sit this one out, man. No back-to-back or anything for the Clippers. They're coming off a game where they lost by 36 points as well. It's almost the 40-point angle. You know what I'm saying? It's almost that, man. You see how those Raptors did yesterday. So Clippers are coming off a game where they got absolutely smoked. But then you see James Harden pop up on the injury report as a growing, man. So maybe this is a scheduled loss for the Clippers here, even though it's not a back-to-back or anything like that. This is their 3rd straight road game. Will be their 6th road game in the last 7 games. So if you like the Thunder, I'm not going to talk you off. If the Thunder didn't have a big game the next day, I'd probably be landing points with them, but definitely could possibly be a little bit of a look ahead for this team that would look that. Remember, they didn't used to get those national TV games. Now they're getting them. It's at the house versus a top tier team as well. I do worry a little bit about the look ahead factor, but like I say, without James Harden, the Clippers would be a shell of themselves, my guys. So definitely, if Harden is out, I would probably take Clippers under their team total. Like Thunder defense is fucking lights out. It's lights out, and the Clippers don't have their guy that getting like 50-60% of the usage, there's no way that they would probably even see 100 points in this game. So if Harden is out, that would lead me to believe that Clippers really struggle to score and probably don't get past 90 points in this one. I would take Clippers team total under if James Harden is out, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of Milwaukee in this one, man. Bucks land 14 at the house versus the trash-ass Nets, man. Shout out to the Nets, man. I appreciate them sitting out Cam Thomas yesterday. I really appreciate them boys. He wasn't fucking injured. They were just tanking the game, man. But actually, the last time they faced the Bucks might be a little pissed off here, man. Cam Thomas will play here. D'Angelo Russell's going to play. All that good stuff. They've covered 4 straight versus the Bucks. They've covered 6 of their last 7 games versus the Milwaukee Bucks, man. And they beat them 111-105 back on December 26th, the day after Christmas in Milwaukee as well. Remember, they sat Dame, man. Dame had a little illness, some shit. But Giannis, I think Giannis really could play. Like, you know what? This the Nets. We're going to sit Giannis too. And they come out there and smack y'all ass 111. They didn't smack them. They outscored them 35-23 to come back and win that game. So that is a little scary, right? Bucks still had a double-digit lead in that game, led by 8 at the half without Giannis and without Dame. That's not good. That's not good. So while I don't really feel comfortable landing points with the Bucks here, I'm sure they remember that game. Let me see what they got up on day. They got the Blazers next, and it's not even back-to-back. No look ahead. I know that it's a ton of points, and I don't really trust the Bucks to do it. But the fact that they have revenge, the fact that the Nets will be a shell of themselves, and you still got throwing D-Lo in. I mean, the Nets on a back-to-back as well. I know the D-Lo in there. No one knows how to play with this guy. No, you know what I'm saying? Like when a new player comes to a new team, whether they're bad or good, you want to fade them for the first few games, man. There's no chemistry out there on the court. They're kind of just playing like rec style type of basketball, whereas the Bucks, they might just come in here trying to smack the fucking Nets, man. I'm not betting this game, but if I had to bet it, I'd actually be laying the points with the Bucks here, man. It could be one of those spots where it's like, that's a good look, Alfonso Sky. Go with the Bucks team total over 117. That's actually a really good look because you don't give a damn if they cover the spread or not. You just need them to get to 118. I like that. I would actually bet that rather than going with the Nets not about to shut them down defensively. It's not happening. That's actually a really good look, Alpha. Shout out to Alfonso Scott, man. He's been everyday listener here for damn near since I started the show, man. Shout out to my guy, and thanks for putting me on there because shit, I might bet that. I like that more than landing at 14. You dig what I'm saying? That makes a lot of sense. Bucks will put up a 120 on their heads tonight. They're going to remember that last match. I'm telling you that. And it goes now, like I say, Cam Thomas coming back in there. It could be, they could sneak in, you know what I'm saying, in that, because Cam Thomas is a fucking baller. They could sneak in there, but some tells me Bucks come out here and use this game like, look here, motherfucker, y'all can't stay with us. You're not on the same levels to us. You see what I'm saying? What my guy says, levels to this shit. The Nets are not on a different, they're on a whole different book than the Bucks. I think Bucks team total is definitely the better look in this game for sure. That's a great look there, my guy, for sure. Let's go over here to the streets of, I might bet that one. Let's go over here to the streets of Golden State in this one, man. Warriors land 3 at the house. This game, I didn't have a single dollar on this game last night, but it really pissed me off. I wanted the Sixers to win last night. Then I was going to take the Warriors. That switched everything up for me. Because I saw Paul, this is why you watch the games when the team is on the front end of a back-to-back. Paul George took a little fall. First off, Paul George has been ass. He's been butt for the Sixers, man. He's not been playing well. If it wasn't for Tyrese Maxey carrying that team, bro, like if Paul George was better, they should have won that game 10 times out of 10, man. I'm watching the whole thing. The Kings are ass. Bro, they let the Kings finish the game on a 13-0 run. They finished the game on a 13-0 run. You don't usually see shit like that, bro. I'm telling you, they were up 7 points. And then before you know it, it's a tie game. Then before you know it, and I do think one of those calls was like a kickball. Tyrese Maxey tried to split the defenders. I know if you're throwing it down, then they can't recall kick, but I think that was a kick, man. But regardless, whatever. Kings come back and win that game. It's got to be a devastating loss for the Sixers. That does kind of switch my mindset up for this one. Let's see who played the most. Maxey plays 42 minutes, but he's a fucking dog. He could play 48 minutes. He'd still be good for the next day. Still going to ball out with some of us. But Paul George, that's who I'm worried about. He's starting to look old. It's starting to get to the rumblings to where it might be time to hang it up, PG. He definitely passed your prime. I know he had 30 points last night, but he's not just me watching basketball, he's not really looking good out there, man. I don't like what I'm seeing from Paul George. You can look at the box score, say, oh, he had 30 points, all this. I'm telling you this, bro. He's not really been playing well. I don't like the defense that I'm seeing from him. He's a step slow, man. Maybe those injuries are really starting to catch up with him. He played 36 minutes. I would be surprised if Paul George does play. I'd probably go under his points in this one. Problem is, Warriors have been ass as well. The Warriors have not been good, guys. And you know what? What I'm starting to figure out, Warriors might low-key be in the rebuilding year and no one knows. And they're still laying these prices like they're the old school Warriors. This team is and this is not just lately. It's been like this ever since really after the first 5-6 games they were playing well. But they're 3-7 straight up lasting games. The Warriors, 3-7 straight up lasting games. 6 of those games were at the house. They're 3-7 against the spread last 10 games, bro. They're 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games. I'm not going anywhere near them, man. I can't do it. So I would have done it if the Sixers would have pulled out that win. Joel Embiid gonna come back tonight. I really think it possibly would have been Will, but since it kind of just changes everything for me, man. I'm sorry. It kind of changes everything for me. Blue says he likes Paul George PRA under. Couldn't talk you off. Maxey was off last night. Points and assists over today. Paul George should retire. He's getting old. Yep, disgusting. I'm not betting this game, man. I don't know what to do, but I will tell you this right now. If the Sixers had won, I would have went out on a limb with the Warriors here. Third straight home game. But especially since the Sixers lost, we know that they're better than their 13-8 record. I'm off this game. I'll watch it. I got to see what the hell is going on. And then Steph is questionable as well with a thumb injury. So that's also a huge thing. We know Joel Embiid is coming back for this one. That's pretty much guaranteed. Steph, thumb, we don't even know if he's going to freaking play, man. Shout out to all the fans in the NBA. It's really hard to go to these games, and you don't even know if to start. Imagine trying to go to the Warriors game tonight. Or like say if you already bought a ticket 2 weeks ago and then you see this motherfucker Steph pop on the injury report. It's just tough, bro. They do not care about us fans at all. I wanted to go to a game last night, and I see Trae Young question. I'm like, I'm not paying $400 to go to this game, and I don't even know if the best player. And then Jalen Johnson got ruled out, so it's tough, bro. I want to buy some tickets to a game that's like on the 5th. That's like in a few days. I think it's the Spurs versus. I gotta go check Wemby out. Tall ass. I would tell him stop shooting all them fucking threes too, but. All right, enough of that. Sixers, Warriors, nothing for me, man. Last game, let's go over to the streets of LA in this one. Lakers laying 9 at the house versus the Blazers in this one. Don't want to trust the Lakers laying 9. I did a podcast with my guy Joe DeLera. He put me on to Austin Reeves points and assists. He's been going fucking bonkers. Let's just look at the numbers. I bet you that line has moved heavy, but he likes Austin Reeves points and assists. I think he's taking like some alternates with Reeves over. He likes Reeves over his assists. He like Austin Reeves over his rebounds. He did some shit where, like, for both of them 8+ or something, some crazy number. Go check out my guy Joe DeLera on Action Network, man. His plays are all free as well, man. So you can go check him out. The prop, he's definitely one of those prop guys, the prop gods over there. And he kind of talked me into Austin Reeves over 9.5 rebound assists. I sprinkled on it. Y'all know me. I don't even really like to go official with props, man, because when I do that, these motherfuckers forget how to play basketball, man. So Lakers, they have won. Why is it not showing all the games, bro? They lost to the Cavs. It's not showing up here on this website, but they've won 5 of their last 7 games. Lakers actually been covering some spreads as well, man. What, 7-2, 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games. So they've been playing well. Cavs went out there and smoked their ass, but you can't really dock them too much. Cavs smoking everybody. So this is the front game of a back-to-back for the Lakers. I'd like to see a close game. I'd like to see a close game here. If it went to overtime, that would be lovely. You can't disrespect the Blazers because you never know when they're going to show up and come the ball. You see what I'm saying? No one gave them the chance versus the Mavs. They beat them outright, trifected them boys as well. You see what I'm saying? They had a game versus the Nuggets, beat them outright as 8-point underdogs. Now, these 2 games were at the house. They haven't really been playing well on the road. They've lost their last 4 road games, but last time they went to LA, December 8th, they were able to keep that game close. They were it was 107-98. In this particular game, I believe it's 9. Yeah, it's pretty much 9. In this one, that would give them a push. So they've shown that they can keep it close with the Lakers. I'm not betting this game. These are the type of games that I watch and learn. I do think that the Austin Reeves over his points and assists, over his assists and rebounds, a really good look. He's averaged like fucking 20, like 18 or 20 over his last 4 games. So my guy broke it down for me. You could also go listen to that podcast as well on Action Network. The way he broke it down to me, I mean, I had to sprinkle a little some on it. You see what I'm saying? So Cole Anthony check, yeah. I mean, it that was tough, but you can't argue with a guy going for the ball, but I didn't like it. Yeah, and then Ivy, he may never be the same after this shit, man. But and I've been saying I feel really sad for him too, because I was saying about the Pistons, Ivy, Duran, Kate, like give them 2-3 years and they're gonna be Ivy was going crazy too, man. It sucks, man, because I really like the Pistons, man. Lakers, a team that go up by 20 and these guys win by 6. Yeah, check out the refs, man. Watch this game. See how it's. I'll say this one last thing. I don't bet Lakers games. You never know when they're working for the books, and you never know when I'm telling you this, the Cavs game, the refs did everything they could to make sure that LeBron won the day after his birthday. It did not fucking work. I'll tell you, I'm watching that game with not a single red sit on the game. The refs called everything in the Lakers. They wouldn't call no fouls on the Cavs. The Cavs like, all right, let's go out here and smack these motherfuckers by even more. I love to see that game. I loved it. The refs were very clear on one side, man. I'm just telling you the facts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be betting many Lakers games for the rest of the season for exactly what Loho is saying, that they're like, you in these type of games, these are the ones where the Lakers might be on the other side, where now it's like, all right, we're gonna make sure we don't cover. But I'm not messing with their games. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. That's just a team that I'm gonna stay off of. But man, let me get up out of here. I'm in here to waste your time or rant or do all this other bullshit. I know y'all got stuff to do. I got to go work out, all type of stuff, man. 2 plays for me today, man. Low key kind of 4, because when I took the Pacers, I split it up with the I think they were +2 yesterday, but +1.5. I split it up. I mean, I would take them +1 money line. It's whatever y'all want to do. I got Pacers +1.5 and on the money line 0.5 and 0.5 with it. And then I'm not I didn't bet money line on the Wolves, but I might get there. It should be a little J Money sprinkle spot, because the way I see the game, if they're able to keep it close, then they should win this game and make a statement here versus Celtics. Like I say, the Celtics, they're 23-9, but I'm telling you this is for whatever reason. I love the Celtics. I love Tatum, Brown. I love Mazzulla. They're not like a 23-9 team. Like, they haven't been covering spread. They're 12-20 against the spread, man. So, and I think the Wolves, like they're not coming off a championship. See what I'm saying? So they got shit to prove here. Oh, we howling with the rules with the Wolves. I was raised by Wolves. Give me a Wolves +4.5. Give me the Pacers. We need Hallie. We need Siakam, Miles Turner, all these guys. We need them to go crazy tonight, man. Pacers +1.5, money line, whatever you want to do. Those are the plays for me. Also, a little slight sprinkle for me on Austin Reeves over 9.5 rebounds, assists. But like I say, that's my guy's play. That's not. I'm really just rocking with my guy there. Bucks team total 117.5. I think that's money in the bank. I got money in the bank. Shawty, what you drink? Hey, SGA MVP +110. I like it. He's fucking balling. I take this shit. That's my official play for that Thunder Clippers. If Harden's out, take Clippers team total under. I think Bucks. I still wouldn't bet against the Bucks today. Wouldn't be surprised they won the game by 30. I would not be surprised if they just like, all right, let's go out here and smack somebody. Let's go take our frustration out of somebody. Nets are a perfect team to do that, but Bucks, they're putting up at least 120 tonight. I do think that I might get there with that team total over. It's a really good look. Shout out to Alfonso Scott for opening my eyes to that one. That's it, man. That's it for me, guys. Pacers, Wolves. If Harden's out, Clippers team total under. Bucks team total over. I think it's a really good look. Sixers, Warriors, who knows? Got to wait for Steph, man. You know how to play with us. And then Lakers, Blazers. I would take Austin Reeves over his rebounds and assists, my guys. That's it. That's the show, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Let's get on the streak. I've done it. I've hit 20 plays in a row, man. I know I could do that shit again, man. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's enough for that talking. We gotta make this shit happen now. You see what I'm saying? Good day yesterday. Got to keep it going today. The January is going to be a really great month. I don't care. December was fucking horrible for me. This January, we finna getting all that back and more. You see what I'm saying? Let's take these books. Let's take them to Smack City one time for the one time. Smack City shirts will be back soon. soon, my guys. Very soon, like probably by the end of this week. Smack City, just watch. Go check out the website, jmoneyismoney.com. Let's talk about some shirts, man. You know what? Man, I'd rather talk about some shirts. It's all love, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, I'll probably have some Smack City hoodies too, man. We're gonna get some pants going, hats, all that shit, man. Y'all fucks with me, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. It's all love. Let's go, bro. Let's go. I gotta get on it. I have to. I don't have a fucking choice, man. We got bills to pay. It's Us Against the Bookies. Let's take them to Smack City one time for the one time, man. Y'all have a great day. All that good stuff. I'm back tomorrow, man. I might be back. What they say off next Friday? Shit, might be tonight. I'll holler at y'all, man. Let's cash.